I've been thinking about maybe going back to a job temporarily to make money. I think it comes from a place of fear, like, what am I going to do for money? Is this all going to get built in enough time for me to be able to provide for myself?
What is the fear that you hold regarding the fact that this type of work that you are stepping into cannot be something that creates stability for you already now? Hey, welcome. If you're new, I'm Ken. I help spiritual entrepreneurs and practitioners who have already done the work embody their full intuitive clarity and power to complete the mission they know they came for. This video comes from one of our mission coaching events. Today's question is,
So I'm still developing what this is going to look like, maybe even taking people into the void through meditation and then dancing movement through it. So it's slowly coming, and then also just working on building what that target audience looks like. I've been thinking about maybe going back to a job temporarily to make money for like a year and step down from being a caregiver, and then continuing to build this slowly. But I feel like my spirit was like, no, it's better for you to have more flexibility in your schedule right now. And I know if I were to go back to working full time, that would be a distraction for me. And I think it comes from a place of fear, like, what am I going to do for money? Is this all going to get built in enough time for me to be able to provide for myself again if all this stuff falls apart? You know, the setup that I have right now. I'm curious what your own experience on building something from complete scratch. I can understand when you have a savings, that's a totally different story. And yes, I know, like, trusting the universe on all this stuff, but at the same time, is there a balance?
yeah, I would love to break that down. And fear was the exact word that I was going to jump into and ask. But I want to ask something a little, let's say, more direct. Beyond the fear of survival mentality, beyond the fear of, okay, well, I need to have also a living, I need to have some kind of security, because you still have enough of that right now, month to month, right? So it's not to say, okay, well, I'm not looked after this exact moment. It's just about, okay, what about the future? And so future is not something that you're in, and it's not something you can hold. And so when we're talking about also, especially in this type of situation, a fear of what ifs, right? But what I want to ask most directly now is, what is the fear that you hold regarding the fact that this type of work that you are stepping into cannot be something that creates stability for you already now? Is it because you either feel, okay, I'm not perfect enough yet to actually do this work, and so I know it's going to take some time? Is it because you feel that this work isn't valued that much at the moment, which is probably still going to boil back down to the fact that, okay, I don't actually feel like I'm valuing it that much at the moment yet, and therefore it's not something I can charge for yet or create a program for yet? Or do I believe that I'm not efficient enough or connected enough to make something a reality already for me now? What is the fear that you're holding there? Directly pertaining to this being able to bring in income already now. Because we can dive into exact structures. If I had known this ages ago, I wouldn't have had to live off of my savings and get almost to the bare bone where I had nothing left for the next month before I started actually earning an income. There would have been so much more abundance, so much more support, even just in terms of help. There were so many people I could have asked to help, but I just didn't even realize because I was so hyper-focused on making this work, right? But the point is, in this specific situation, what is the fear you're holding regarding that right now?
Not knowing the specifics of it, I guess. Like, how do I build, like, what do I design for this process to look like? And I think the fear of, what if it doesn't work for people? What if it doesn't work, or I look stupid, or
Has
whatever,
it
which I
worked for
know that
you?
is actually kind of ridiculous.
Has it worked for you?
Oh yeah, of course it has.
Because you're the coach this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably just a part of me that still doesn't feel qualified enough
Yeah.
for it.
So it's really about feeling good enough, right?
Yeah.
And Are you helping people that are beyond your level, or are you helping people from a year ago that like you were, or 2 years ago like you were?
Yeah, a year ago.
So then, do you have the tools to help yourself from a year ago? Do
Yes,
you have guidance, insight,
absolutely.
and stuff that could be really valuable to the person you were a year ago?
Hmm.
So why wouldn't that be true to the other people that you're helping that are your target audience from a year ago?
It wouldn't be unhelpful. It
So
would
do you need
be.
to be your all encompassing full self that you know you still have the potential to? Because the funny thing about that is we will never actually feel that way. I'll tell you why. The more we expand our consciousness, the more of ourselves we feel and start to understand, which means we know there's more. And there will never be a moment where we don't feel, oh, there's more, because that is literally what the universe is doing. It is expanding. And the universe is
Hmm.
experiencing itself through us, essentially. We are aspects of it. And so it's always expanding. And so you're always going to feel a subtle energy of, oh, there is more that I can do. There is more that I can be. And that's okay. But you also got to realize that that doesn't mean you're inadequate. It just means that it's an ever unfolding expansion journey. But I am as I need to be right now in this moment.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I am not serving the person I am now from a year from now. I'm serving the person from a year ago. And therefore, if I hold the insights, the energy, the understandings to share with that person and it's so valuable, then it's really about a limiting belief of you. It's a limiting belief of some of your own imposter syndrome. It's a limiting belief of, I don't think I am good enough to do this work just yet because I might feel there's more potential. And therefore, I don't feel the work I'm going to be doing right now is valuable enough and therefore will not be sustaining me financially or in terms of security. And that's really what's going on. Because if you believed that what you had was the shiz and that people would be ridiculously ludicrous not to realize that this is going to help them, then you would feel such immense value and power that you could just say, hey, I'm Ken. This is the work I do. When do you want to sign up? Because you know the value of it. So much, even in terms of some of the sales calls I have or some of the events I do, there has been times where I focus more on the traditional marketing sense and listen to some expert advice to say, fine, I'll try it your way too, just for the heck of it. Because I'm also really trying to say, you know what, this is how things should be done. Even though I feel like this could be a mistake, I'm going to do it anyway and just see what it does. I did that. And I did the more traditional sales type speech or webinar or whatever. And it just didn't land because it wasn't congruent with me. And so when I just did the normal stuff where I'm just like, hey, this is some interesting facts, join me, people are like, please can I say, and be like, no, sorry, we don't have space.
Yeah.
And it's just because I feel and know the transformation that people have. And of course, I have some experience in the fact that people have had transformation. But in the earlier days, I knew what it did for myself. And therefore, the power that that holds can be true for other people. And really, it's not about the value that you're giving. It's about the fact that you don't feel like you can give that yet. And so that's the block. That's what we want to focus on, because when we can shift that, suddenly the rest is cake, right? Because
Hmm.
we can easily set up some one-to-one calls. You can get 1 to 2 clients a month, and that will be enough just to get by for now whilst you're building the rest. But at least it's in alignment and with also the flexibility to build what it is you want to build. And also it's the kind of customers that you're wanting to work with and you're already working with them. And so they're actually helping you build the thing. So you
Yeah.
can go and get a job and say, cool, I've got security now, survival mindset. But what I'm really doing is admitting the fact that I don't feel good enough and I need someone else to provide abundance for me. I need someone else to provide a permission slip for me to feel secure. So do you still believe that you can't provide that value to someone from a year ago?
No. No.
All right,
Thank you.
cool.
Damn. I'm just like, whoa, thank you. Sometimes we forget how powerful we are.
Yeah, indeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's a journey to go, but we've already done so much right now, and I'm sure that you would have been happy to pay to fast track that progress if you were given the option from someone that said, I know the way. I'm like a year from you now, like, trust me, this is the way. I'll be like, dude, take my money. So you got to embody that for yourself, and other people are going to feel it, and they're going to trust you because of the fact that it's so congruent. Hey, it's me again. If you have any questions or thoughts, share them in the comments section down below, and I'll be happy to connect. And if you're looking for more guidance on your soul mission journey, it's by no means coincidence. Click on this video above. And if you're still watching this, then I'm certain you'll love joining our events. We have Q&As, live channelings, coaching, meditations, and so much more. The link is down below. I look forward to seeing you there. Until next time, bye.